Okay. So in this class, we are going to have a discussion on simultaneous equations, that is, which are relating to the business oriented. So here they are not going to mention which method you people have to follow. Either you can follow elimination method, which you people are more comfortable with that. So here only the thing is that you have to frame the equations, whatever the things which has given in the form of sentence. So that is the most important thing. You people have to frame two equations in simultaneous with the help of those sentence. So then you can able to go by which method you feel like more comfortable in doing both elimination as well as in case of substitution. Let us will see some of the questions which is there on the slide. So here there is one question that is regarding to 9 tables and 8 chairs is cost rupees 5,280, and 8 tables and 12 chairs cost rupees 5,000, again 280. The values are same. Determine the cost of each table and each chair. When we are going to come across two variables in the question, so it is purely related to simultaneous equation. If it is going to have only one variable, means you should follow by calculating with linear equations. If it is having two variables, here we can able to see one chair as well as tables, and the information is given for 9 tables and 8 chairs. Total together the cost value of these two is nothing but 5,280. And also one more sentence they have given, that is for one more equation, that is 8 tables and 12 chairs both together the cost is 5,280. Again the values are same here. We need to calculate what is the value of one table and one chair. So each table and each chair. So here we'll have to assume, let the chair be as X rupees and the table be as Y rupees. Any variable you can able to have an assumption, table be as Y or chair be as X, or chair be as X or table be as Y. So here we have to frame an equation for the first sentence what they have given, 9 tables and 8 chairs. So we know that the tables we have having an assumption of Y, and what chairs we have having an assumption of X, where the number of, for the, let the cost of each chair be as X and the cost of each table be as Y means, so 9 tables will become 9Y, 8 chairs will become 8X. So both together the cost is 5,280. So when we are going to see the sentence and is nothing but it is plus, or sum if we are going to have given also it is plus, cost means both together, that is the value is 5,280. So we have to write the first equation with the help of this sentence, that is nothing but 8x plus 9y. Chairs first we are writing, tables next we are going to write. So 8x plus 9y equals 5,280. Similarly, when we have written the first equation chairs means, next equation also first we should consider the chairs itself. So here the tables are being y means it will become 8y, chair be as x means it will become 12x. So both together the cost is 5,280. Again we have to write one more equation, that is 12 chairs, because chairs has been considered as x, so we have written first the chairs, that is 12x, plus table has been considered as y, so we should write 8y is equals to, both together means both the values are when we are going to add these what 8 tables and 12 chairs, the value will becomes 5,280. So in the same manner, if you are going to eliminate, if you are following very easy with the help of elimination means, we'll have to check whether both the values which are there in the equation, the x values or y values, it should be same. But here in this question there is no values are same, so what we'll have to do, we should go for equalizing the values. So you people have to decide which one has to eliminate. If you are going to eliminate y means, earlier you are going to calculate the value of x. If you are eliminating x value means, you are going to calculate the value of y. So in this question we are going to eliminate the y value and we are eliminating the x value, and we are going to calculate the y values earlier. So what we'll have to do, we'll have to go for cross multiplication oppositely with those numbers which are there with the equation of x. So here one 8x is there, another one 12x is there. With the help of 12, we'll have to go for multiplying the first equation with the 8. We should go for multiplying the second equation. So after multiplication, we are getting the values. So here 12 into 8 is nothing but how much? It is 96x, and then the value, that is 12 into 9y equals it is nothing but 108y e, that is equals to, again 5280 into 12, the value is getting 63,360. Similarly, we should go for calculating the value for the second equation, that is 8 into 12x, the value it becomes, the value it becomes 96x. Again, because as this equation contains plus sign, so the entire values will become plus. And again here 8 into 8y, it becomes a 64y, and 8 into 5280, the value is 42,240. So we know that in case of elimination, we have to equalize the values, but here we got both the x values as 96x as well as 96x in the second equation also, but only the thing is that there is no opposite signs to eliminate, so we'll have to go for changing the signs for the second equation. So in the second equation, whatever the values are plus, is going to become minus. So 96 will become minus 96, plus 64 it becomes minus, and 42,240 it is becoming minus 42,240. So these are the values after changing. Now we can able to eliminate very easily. That is 96x and 96x get cancelled. Only the remaining values are 108y minus 64y. The difference is nothing but 44y. This is equals to 63,360 minus 42,240. The value is 21,120. We need to go for calculating the value of y. Therefore, y equals 21,120 divided by 44. The value of y equals 480. And this value we need to go for substituting any one of the equation, either in the first equation or second, or after multiplication, whatever the equation is going to get, that is going to become, this will be the fourth equation, and this is the fifth equation after multiplication. So now we have to substitute the values in any one of the equation. Here we substituted in equation 1. So equation 1, the value it is 8x plus 9y equals 5280. That equation has to be written earlier. Then where there is y, we need to substitute the value of y, that what we got in the earlier slide, that is 480. So the equation we should write 8x plus 9y equals 5280. Where there is y, we should write 480. Therefore, 8x plus 9 into in place of y, we'll have to write 480 equals 5280. 8x plus 9 into 480, the value is 4320 equals 5280. Therefore, 8x equals, just we'll have to retain the value of x in the left side and shift the value numbers to the right side to calculate the value of x. This plus 4320, it becomes a minus 4320. Therefore, 8x is nothing but 960. The difference between 5280 minus 4320 is 960. The value of x is 960 divided by 8. Therefore, the value of x is 120. So, this is how we have to calculate the value of each chair as well as each table. So where they have assumed it as x, that is the cost of one chair, that is rupees 120, and the cost of one table, what we have calculated earlier, that will become the cost of a table, that is 480. So this is how we are going to calculate by framing the equations with the help of sentence. Let us will go for seeing the second question that given in the problem. The monthly income of A and B is in the ratio of 4 is to 5, and their expenditure is in the ratio of 7 is to 9, and their savings, that is A savings will be 800 and B savings is 600. So we need to calculate, find the expenses and incomes and expenses of both the persons A and B. So here they have given very specifically the incomes and expenses ratio they have given. They have not given the values of incomes of A as well as the income of B, as well as in the same manner expenditure values of person A as well as for the person B. They have given only in the form of the ratio. The income ratio is 4 is to 5 and the expenditure ratio is 7 is to 9. But the value of savings is given, that is 800 of person A and 600 of person B. We need to go for calculating what are the incomes and expenses of both A and B. So let us we have an assumption that let the income be as x, that is variable x. Let us we are going to have an assumption that is rupees x, and expenses be as rupees y. So we know that The income ratio already given for A and B. The ratio of income 4:5 means how it becomes means if you are going to have an assumption with X means this 4 ratio will become 4X, 5 ratio is going to become 5X. In the same manner, the expenditure ratio what is given in the question, that is 7:9. So as we know that we have an assumption of Y, that is 7, so it becomes 7y is to 9y. The savings is 800 is to 600, means the variable A, that is A person savings is 800, B person savings is 600. So this is the given information which is there in the question. So we know that there is one equation that how we are going to get the savings means income minus expenditure is equals to savings. That uh, equation we can able to apply for these sentences whatever they are given. So the savings value we know means how we are going to get the savings value means it is with the help of equation, that is income minus expenditure. In the same manner, we have to substitute, not it is earlier, it is the question given for both the cost values, so it is plus. They have given that is 8 chairs and 9 tables, and they have given means it is plus. Here the question is not given any very clearly, but they have given the values of savings as well as the income ratio, expenditure ratio. So we need to go for using this equation, that is income minus expenditure equals savings. So this is the thing. And wherever income is there, income ratios, that what we have already calculated earlier, that is 4x and 5x has to be substituted. See, the first row is going to be shown, these are the A person, and the second equation is going to show is of B person values. So the A person income we know that is 4x, and B person is what, 5x. In the same manner, the expenditure value they have given, it is in the ratio of 7:9, so we have to write 7y and 9y. So the it is equals to the savings value, that is A person savings is 800 and B person savings is nothing but 600. Now these are the values that we got with the help of an equation. The first equation is 4x minus 7y equals 800, and the second equation is 5x minus 9y equals 600. So when we are going to uh, calculate the value of x and y variable, we can do it with the help of simultaneous equation, that is by using the elimination method. If you are going to eliminate x value means you need to have a cross multiplication with 5 with the first equation and 4 with the second equation. So then after equalizing the values, we need to go for eliminating the values of x. So here we multiplied 5 with 4x. 5 into 4x is nothing but 20x. Plus into minus is minus. 7 5s are 35y equals 800 into 5, it becomes 4000. Now we should multiply with the 4, the second equation, that is 5x into 4 is nothing but 20x, plus into minus is minus, 9y into 4 it becomes 36y equals, plus into plus is plus, 6 4s are 24, that is 2400. So after multiplication we are seeing that both the x values are same, but it doesn't have opposite signs to eliminate, so we'll have to change the signs for the second equation, that is nothing but fourth equation. After multiplication, this will be the third equation and this will be the fourth equation. That is, third equation is 20x minus 35y equals 4000, the third equation, and the fourth equation is 20x minus 36 y is equals to 2400. Now after, yes, after changing the signs, we have to eliminate the values 20x and minus 20x, get it cancelled, and minus 35y and this 36y. Now it, after changing the equation, this it will become plus 36y, and this plus 2400 it will become minus 2400. So we have to find the difference of 36 minus 35, that is nothing but 1y, and 4000 minus 2400, the value is 1600. Therefore, hello, Mr. Barkat. Mr. Barkat, can you mute your audio, man? Hello. And this is plus 1y. The value will be after eliminating 20x and minus 20x, 1y is nothing but 1600. Therefore, the value of y equals 1600. This is how we have calculated the value of y. And this value of y we need to go for substituting any one of the equations, either in the first equation or second equation or third equation or fourth equation, to calculate what means to calculate the value of y. Now we should substitute this 1600 in any one of the equation. Here we are substituting the equation in, that is the value of y in first equation. The first
Ma'am,
equation.
one doubt, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Ma'am, how did that 1600 come, ma'am? How we should do that, ma'am? There
The
I little
1600 is the
confusion.
difference between 4000 minus 2400. Did you
Okay,
follow
ma'am.
this one?
Thank you.
After changing the sign, this will become minus 20x, the 36y will become plus, and this plus 2400, it becomes minus. So here
Okay.
this will get eliminated. Now this 36 minus 35 is nothing but 1y. 4000 minus 2400, it becomes 1600. Did you follow that one?
Okay, ma'am. Yes,
Okay.
ma'am. Thank
Now
you.
the value of y, 1y equals 1600 is nothing but y equals 1600 divided by 1. The value is same, that is 1600. Now this value we are going to substitute in the first equation, that is 4x minus 7y equals 800. 4x minus 7, where there is y we need to substitute 1600 equals 800. 4x minus 7 into 1600, the value is 11200 equals 800. Therefore, 4x equals, retain the x values at the left side, shift all the numbers to the right side. This minus will become plus 11,200. Therefore, 4x equals 800 plus 11,200 is nothing but 12,000. X equals 12,000 divided by 4. The value of x is 3,000. So, this is how we calculated the expenditure and income value. We have not calculated incomes and expenses of both. Only the individual variable value we found out, that is income, the overall income of what both we have found out, that is 3000. The overall expenditure value, that is of y, we have earlier found out, that is 1600. Now what we need to calculate means incomes and expenses. So already we in the question we know that incomes ratio is 4x and 5x. So where there is x, we should substitute the value of x, that is 3000. So a income is 4x. So 4 into x value is 3000, it will become 12,000. B income ratio is 5x equals 5 into x value is nothing but 3000. The value will become 15,000. Similarly, we'll have to go for calculating the expenses. So the ratio of expenditure of A and B is nothing but 7y and 9y. So 7 into the y value is 1600, it will become 11,200. Similarly, B expenditure is 9y equals 9 into 1600 equals 14,400. So this is how we need to go for calculating the values of incomes and expenses. Did you follow this one? The both two earlier two questions. Have you people followed?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes,
Let us.
ma'am.
Okay, ma'am. Let us will go for the third question. So if you are going to do with elimination, it is very easy to calculate the values. So we have for all the questions we have done with the help of elimination only. Let us will see for the third question. The weekly wages of 30 persons consisting men and women amounts to rupees 190. Each man is receiving rupees 7. Each woman is receiving rupees 5 as wages per week. Find the number of men and women. Here they have given to calculate how many men and how many women are there in the uh, how many men and how many women are there. That has to be calculated. So the both together, the weekly wages, how much they are going to earn means the both people, men plus women are 30. So the weekly wages for men plus women, both he is paying how much means they are getting 190. So each man, so per day, each man how much of wages he is receiving means it is rupees 7. Each woman is receiving how much means it is rupees 5. So we need to calculate how many men and women. So here we have an assumption that men be as x variable and women be as y variable. So we have to frame two equations. One equations for the number, another one equations for the values what they have given for per day. So x plus y, if you are going to have an assumption for men means x, women means y means x plus y, it becomes 30. The total number are 30. We don't know how many men and women are there. Similarly, each man is receiving how much per day means it is 7 rupees. So 7 into x, the number of men values we have assumed into x. So 7 into x will become 7x. Similarly, woman is 5 rupees per day. So it is nothing but y variable. So 5 into y that is nothing but 5y. So both together, so for 1 week they are going to pay rupees 190. So these are the two equations has to be framed. So here also we are going to do the equation with the help of elimination. Now we are going to substitute the values. We are eliminating the value of x. So we have multiplied the 1 with second equation and 7 with the second first equation. So these equations are going to become after multiplication. This will become third equation and the next equation will be the fourth. So let us will go for having a multiplication. 7 into x is nothing but 7x, plus into plus is plus, 7 into y is 7y, equals 7 3s are 21, that is 210. This will be the equation after multiplication. Similarly, if you are going to multiply 1 with the entire equation, 7x plus 5a equals 190 means it remains as it is. So this is the equation what we have written after multiplication. The third equation after multiplication, it will become 7x plus 7y equals 210, 7x plus y 5y equals 190. So here also we equalize the values for elimination, but the signs are not same. So we'll have to change the signs for the fourth equation. That is 7x will become minus, plus 5y becomes minus, 190 will becomes minus. So we can able to cancel very easily both the plus 7x and minus 7x. The remaining values are 7y and minus 5y, the difference is 2y, and 210 minus 190, the difference is 20. So the value of y equals 20 divided by 2, the value of y is 10. So this is what, this is the number of women here. So again we need to go for substituting the value of y in any one of the equation to calculate how many men are there. So the equation that is 1 we are using here, that is x plus y equals 30, x plus the value of y already we calculated, that is 10, equals 30. Therefore retain the value of x, the unknown variable what we are going to calculate, x equals 30, the plus 10 is going to becomes minus, therefore the value of x is 20. So this is how to calculate the number of men and women. So we calculated the number of women, men what we have an assumption, that is x equals 20, and women we have an assumption of y, that is nothing but 10. So this is how to calculate the number of men and women. Let us see the fourth question, that is divide 25 into two parts such that sum of their reciprocal is 1 by 6. Find the two parts. So this is the question which has been given regarding the calculation of first part and the second part. Let the first part is going to have an assumption of rupees 6, because here given 25 rupees has to be shared between what two variables. Here we are going to share with x and y. So the x variable will become the first part and y variable is going to become the second part. Now we have to frame the equation with the help of this sentence. Divide 25 into two parts means, so whatever the values are there, 25, it has to be shared between x and y. So x plus y is going to become 25. And the sum of their reciprocal. Reciprocal value means if the 6 is the value means the reciprocal value will become 1 by 6. If x is the value means the reciprocal is going to become 1 by x. Y is the value means the reciprocal value how we are going to write means 1 by y. So here they have given sum of their reciprocals. It is not the values of x and y what we are going to have an assumption. The reciprocal value of x and the reciprocal value of y, that is equals to 1 by 6. So we have written in the second equation the x reciprocal is 1 by x, the y reciprocal is 1 by y. This is equals to 1 by 6. So now we have to find the two parts. So by seeing this equation, one equation is in a proper form, the second equation is not in a proper form because it is in the form of a fraction. So what we'll have to do means we'll have to bring into the proper form, then we should go for calculating the value of x and y. So now what we are going to do. So here we have written the second equation. We are going to rearrange the equation again, so where we can able to calculate either by elimination or substitution very easily. So 1 by x plus 1 by y equals 1 by 6. Here the denominator values are x and y, so we should take the LCM value, the LCM of x and y, the same it will become x and y itself. Now what we'll have to do for the x and x get cancel means what is the remaining value. In case of dividing, it is nothing but x ones it will go 1 into y, this value will be y. So if x and x get cancelled means the remaining value will be y. So we have to multiply the value, remaining value with 1, that will become 1y, plus again y and y get cancelled, means the remaining value is x. So this has to be multiplied with the numerator, it will become 1x. No need to write for 1y and 1x. So simply we have written y plus x, or you can write x plus y also. Therefore, y plus x divided by x by xy is equals to the right hand side also we are having the reciprocal value, that is 1 by 6. So what we'll have to do, there is no other variables or values to add or subtract. So we'll have to go simply for cross multiplication. Have a cross multiplication 6 with the numerator of left side, and have a cross multiplication of denominator of the left side with 1. So 6 into y, it becomes 6y, 6 into x is nothing but 6x, 1 into xy we have to write at the right side, that will become xy. Now we got some of an equation, the second equation we rearrange in a proper form. So the again we should see, go back to the previous thing, that we need to go for eliminating the values, that is x plus y equals 25. This is the first equation. And the second equation what we calculated here, it is going to become the third equation after rearranging the values and formatting the equation. The third equation has to be written here to find out the values. Earlier where there is x we have to write x, and there is y values plus 6y equals xy. Again here what we'll have to do, we can able to apply any one method to eliminate. So here if you are going to have a cross multiplication with 6 or 1, can you see this one? So both the values are going to eliminate. So 1 with the first equation and 6 with second equation, after multiplication we can able to see here, that is 6 into x becomes 6x plus y into 6 becomes 6y equals 150. Then same thing we'll have to multiply with the third equation with 1. So entire values will be 6x plus 6y equals xy. We are not going to have a constant number at the right side, but we are going to have the value with xy. Let us will see for the next method. Here both x values as well as y values are getting eliminated after changing the signs for the third equation. That is plus 6x becomes minus 6x, plus 6y becomes minus 6y, and xy also becomes minus value. So entire the x and y values are eliminated completely. Only the remaining values what we are going to see, that is on the right side, 150, the plus value it has become minus after changing the signs, that is minus xy. So this xy we have to shift to the right left side, because at the left side that is 0, the value of xy is 150. So this is the thing. Now we'll have to see that where we can able to substitute both xy value as well as x plus y values or x minus y values. We'll have to think that what is the formula where we can able to substitute the values, both the product of a and b or the product of x and y. There is a formula that a minus b whole square is nothing but a plus b whole square minus 4ab. So here we have substituted the value, that is a minus x. In place of a we have written x, in place of b we have written y. X minus y whole square is nothing but x plus y whole square equals 4xy. This formula can be used to substitute the values to calculate the value of x and y. Therefore x minus y whole square equals, already we know that in the first equation itself they have given the x plus y value is how much. We can able to see the x plus y value is nothing but here the equation, that is 25. We have substituted x plus y, means it is 25 whole square minus 4. Xy value is nothing but we got, that is 150. We have substituted in place of xy, that is 150. Therefore x minus y whole square equals 25 square is nothing but 625 minus 4 into 150 is 600. X minus y whole square equals 25. Therefore, we need to calculate what is the value of x minus y, means remove the square root for 25. We are getting the one more equation. Still we have not calculated the value of x and y, but we got an equation, that is x minus y is nothing but 5. So let us will check how to calculate. Again what we'll have to do, we'll have to consider the first equation and the fourth. The first equation is x plus y equals 25, and the fourth equation, after substituting xy and x plus y whole square, we got an equation, that is x minus y equals 5. Now we are considering the first and the fourth equation. Now we can able to go for elimination method. Here no need to have a cross multiplication because it is having the opposite signs. Plus y minus y get it cancelled. So here x 1x and 1x will becomes 2x. 25 plus y 5, it becomes 30. 2x equals 30 means x equals 30 by 2, it is 15. And the same thing how we did for the earlier questions and all, we'll have to substitute the value x equals 30. Here we are substituting where means in the fourth equation, that is x minus y equals 5. 15, the value of x, 15 minus y equals 5. Therefore, minus y equals 5. This plus 15 becomes minus 15. Minus minus get it cancelled. The value of y is 10. So, this is how we are going to calculate with the help of elimination method. Did you follow that earlier question, the fourth one? Have you people understood the fourth one?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Let us will see one. If you not followed means you can chat with the WhatsApp. Let us will see once again and see the fifth question they have given, that is 5 years ago the father was 5 times as old as his son, and in 3 years he will be 3 times as old as his son. Find their present ages. See the question when they are going to give, which is relating to the ages. So during that time, so we have already done in the linear equation also, if it is only 1 year, if they have given before after, so we'll have to assume what, so it is nothing but of linear equation. If they are given an equation which is of 1 will be before and the age, 1 will be after age, then we should assume that it is going to be a simultaneous equation. Here we have an assumption that the father be as x years and the son be as y years. First we have to frame equation for the previous year, that is the father 5 years ago, the sentence they have given, father was 5 times as old as his son. So if we are going to have an assumption for father x and son b as y means, 5 years ago, how we are going to write? X will become x minus 5, y is going to become y minus 5. 5 years ago is nothing but x minus 5, the father's age. How much it will be means 5 times as old as his son. So if you are going to multiply the son's age 5 years back with 5, that will become the age of father. So that is how we have written the equation here. The 5 years ago father's age x minus 5, this is equals to the son's age multiplied with 5. So 5 times as old as his son, that is 5 minus y multiplied with 5, that will becomes the age of father. So x minus 5, this is equals to 5 into y is 5y, plus into minus is minus, 5 into 5 is 25. We have to remove the brackets and calculate the values. X, this plus 5y we have shifted to the left side, it becomes minus. This minus we are shifting to the right side, it will become plus 5. So minus 25 and plus 5, the value is nothing but minus 20. The equation we got, that is x minus 5y equals minus 20. And again we are seeing that, and in 3 years he will be, again they have given after 3 years, how much the age of a father means, the father's age. If you have having an assumption after 3 years means, how we should write? The x plus 3 and sons will become y plus 3. So the age of father, that is after 3 years, x plus 3, this is equals to the son's age. If he is going to multiply with 3 times, y plus 3 into 3. So again we have to rearrange an equation, that x plus 3 into y, it becomes 3y, 3 into 3 is 9. Therefore an equation is x, this plus 3y becomes minus, and 9 right side will be there, the plus 3, if you are going to shift to the right side, it will become minus 3. Therefore 9 minus 3 is nothing but 6. So now we got two equations, that is first equation is x minus 5y equals minus 20, and the second equation is x minus 3y equals 6. By considering this equation, we have to calculate the value of x and y. So just by saying this equation, we can able to have an assumption that the x values are same. So if you are going to change the signs for the x values, the minus, this plus 3y become minus 3y become plus, and plus 6 is going to become minus. Therefore we can able to see plus x and minus x get it cancel means minus 3y and plus 3y, the value becomes minus 2, and minus 20 and minus 6 is going to become minus 26. Therefore the value of y is minus 26 divided by minus 2, it is nothing but y equals 13. So here we have to substitute the value of y in any one of the equation to calculate the value of x. that after substituting the value of x has become 45 years. Therefore, whatever the assumption that we have made for the son, it is y, x for the father. Therefore, the value, sorry, y for the son and x for the father. The age of father is 45 years and the age of son is 13 years. So this is how we can able to calculate the value of age of father and son, which is going to be given for two variables. One sentence will be given for before age, one sentence will be given for after age, means you people have to assume that is belonging to the simultaneous equations. So this is how we have to calculate by using the sentence in the simultaneous equations. So with this class we can able to end. The session is getting out. If any doubts are there, you can WhatsApp me. So now we are going to close the session. Thank you.
Ma'am, will the
Ah,
classes start, regular classes start from Jan, ma'am, or online classes only will be going on?
till now it is no information given by the government. Till that time will be there in the online class. If offline classes starts, if permission gets missed, will you people have to come to college. Okay,
Okay, ma'am.
that will be intimated to
Thank
you.
you so much, ma'am.
Okay, ma. If any doubts, you
Thank
can
you so
chat
much,
with me
ma'am.
in the message box, WhatsApp. Okay, thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Yes, Priscilla, any doubt?
Ma'am, when is the
Ma'am,
next class,
send
ma'am?
your YouTube channel link, ma'am.
Pardon?
Send your YouTube channel link,
Yes,
ma'am.
definitely. After this class, I'll send the next class. I'll intimate you because I'll be in the election duty till tomorrow, because tomorrow you people are not going to have a class because there is
Okay,
a
ma'am.
Okay,
election
ma'am.